Hello there, it's Samantha. So today I'm coming to you with the mid-year book freakout tag. I've done this tag 2 years previously. I did it in 2016 and in 2017, and in both those years I did it in like August, so not really mid-year. But this year I've actually got it on time, I hope, if I've like edited this in time, but this should be going up in June sometime, so like I'm actually on time for once. What the hell? What is happening? Am I okay? I don't know. Anyway, but this tag, if you don't know, was created by Ellie from Ellie Jane and Chammy from It's That Chammy. And it's basically a bunch of questions about like how your reading has gone so far, like your favorite book so far and all that stuff. It's like just something interesting so that you don't have to wait all the way till the end of the year to like find out what my favorite books were. And not that you really care that much, but like, you know, I don't know. It's fun for me to look back on. It's fun to do. I like it. Let's do it. So we're just gonna go ahead and get into it. The first question is, what is the best book you've read so far in 2018? This is a toss-up between Scythe by Neil Shusterman and Illuminate by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff. Both of these books were absolutely phenomenal, especially for like first books in a series. And I know that both of these series are super hyped, and like I hate to be that person who's like, I'm just gonna hype everything, but like they're both just so amazing. If you haven't read them yet, please do. They're so good. 10 out of 10 would recommend both those books. They're great. The second question is the best sequel you've read so far in 2018. Earlier this year, I read A Torch Against Night by Sabatir, and I really enjoyed this book. I probably wouldn't say it's the best one I read, but like otherwise, I'm just gonna continue talking about the Illuminate series and also the Scythe series for the rest of the video. So like I'm gonna try and switch it up, and I'm gonna go for A Torch Against the Night. It was really enjoyable. It was a tiny bit slow to begin with, but like once I got into it, it was so good, and now I just cannot wait for Reaper in the Gates. Like I think by the time I upload this video, the book will already be out, but like when I'm filming it, it's not out yet, and I'm so excited to read it and see how this series continues on because it's so good. The third question is new release you haven't read yet but want to. At the point that I'm filming this, I know that Furyborn by Claire Legrand is either coming out soon or it's recently come out, and I really want to read that book. I think it sounds so awesome, but I don't know if I'm gonna buy it quite yet because I'm trying not to buy books right now, so I don't know, we'll see. But I do really want to read that book. I think it sounds so great, and it's an awesome fantasy book, so I want to read it. Question number 4 is most anticipated release for the second half of the year. This is so hard because there's so many awesome books coming out. There's City of Ghosts by Victoria Schwab, then there's Vengeful, also by Victoria Schwab, which is the sequel to Vicious, which is one of my favorite books of all time. I absolutely love that book, so I'm really excited for that. Then there's also the final book in the Throne of Glass series, which I'm also super excited for. And then of course there's the third and final book in the Dark Artifices series, which I haven't actually started yet, but I'm still really excited for it because I'm going to get caught up before the last book comes out. Like I will do it, so I'm sure I'm going to be like reading that hopefully as soon as it comes out. I think those are all of the books that I have to mention. Question number 5 is biggest disappointment, and that has to go to this thing, A Court of Frost and Starlight by Sarah J Maas. I wanted it to be really good, and it was so bad. I actually have a rant review of this book already up on my channel, so if you want to watch it, I will link it down below and you can go and check it out. But like, I don't want to talk about this book anymore because it sucked. The next question is biggest surprise. One book which I was really surprised by because I just didn't think I was gonna like it as much as I did was Animal Farm by George Orwell. I had never read a George Orwell book before, and I know that a lot of people had to read this book in school, so I really wasn't expecting to like it that much, but I read it during the biannual bibliothon and I really enjoyed it. I ended up giving it a 4 out of 5 stars. I just thought it was a really interesting commentary on the world and society, so I just really enjoyed it. And yeah, I think that was really surprising because I thought I would enjoy it that much. The next question is favorite new author, and this can be debut or new to you. 2 authors that I had actually never read from before this year were Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff, and now like they're both great, especially as a combination. They're really great. Also, I really enjoyed Children of Blood and Bone by Tomi Adeyemi, so like Tomi Adeyemi as well, even though I've only like I think she's only released 1 book. I'm editing and I'm watching this back and I'm like, Samantha, you're wrong. Your new favorite author, like new to you author, is Neil Shusterman, obviously. I don't know why I struggled coming up with an answer for this. It's Neil Shusterman. Ignore what I said before. Neil Shusterman all the way. I mean, I liked the others too, but Neil Shusterman is my favorite new author. Just to clarify, I was wrong. I didn't think my answers through before I filmed the video, and that was stupid. Anyway, that's all. Question number 8 is newest fictional crush. Here's the thing though, people. Recently, I just haven't been crushing on people. Like, I haven't had any crushes on people in real— oh, that's not true. That is not true. I think I'm gonna have to go for Ezra Mason from Illuminate. I think he's just like, he's not the best person ever because he's kind of a douche, but also like he's kind of great and I really like him. I think I'm gonna go for Ezra Mason from Illuminae. Question number 9 is newest favorite character. I feel like I'm just gonna repeat myself again, but I really liked Katie Grant from the Illuminae files. I thought she was really awesome, especially because she's like a hacker and she's like really good with computers and technology and stuff like that. I thought she was just super cool and super badass, and like she had pink hair and she was just like awesome. Apart from that, I also really loved the characters in Scythe. I really liked all of the characters. I thought they were really well written. Question number 10 is a book that made you cry. Now, here's the thing. I very rarely cry in books. I pretty much never do it. So I don't actually have a book that made me cry this year. Oh, actually, I listened to Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows on audiobook. What am I saying? That book obviously made me cry. The next question is a book that made you happy. And for that one, I'm going for Royals by Rachel Hawkins. This book was so cute and fun. It's definitely just like brightened my day when I was reading it. It was just so much fun. The next question is favorite book to film adaptation you saw this year. I think I've only seen one. Oh, actually no, I've seen two, but one of them like I don't really count because it was so bad. But obviously Love, Simon came out this year. I saw it in the cinema. I loved it. It was fantastic. So like obviously it has to go to Love, Simon. It was amazing. I thought it was so well done. Also, Simon loved Panic at the Disco, and I was like, oh my god, I love Panic at the Disco. Why does no one ever talk about how good Panic at the Disco is? Like, I swear, I never meet anyone who loves Panic, and I'm like, but Panic is so good. Question number 13 is, what's your favorite video you've done so far this year? I did a couple of makeup videos in the beginning of the year for the biannual bibliothon, and I really liked those ones. I just thought that they turned out really well. Also, I did a vlog of when I went to Amsterdam, and I just had such a fun time, and I love going back and watching that vlog. So yeah, definitely my 72 hours in Amsterdam vlog and both of the makeup videos that I did for the biannual bibliothon. And I'll link all those videos down below in case you want to check them out. I liked them, so you might too. Question number 14 is most beautiful book you've bought so far this year. I hate to give it to this book because I really didn't like it, but I'm gonna go for A Court of Frost and Starlight. I really like the actual design of this cover. Also, black is like one of my favorite colors, so yeah. I know it's technically not a color, it's a shade, but whatever. So yeah, I just really like the way that this cover looks. I unfortunately do not like the content of this book, but it's fine. I also really like the cover for Leon the Offbeat because I just think that this particular shade of blue is just really nice, and I like the pink as well. I wish it didn't have this like permanent sticker on it, but you know, I just really like it. So yeah. The final question is, what books do you need to read by the end of the year? This has been in this video before. I think I did this in 2016 maybe, and it still is true, and I need to read this before the end of the year, and that is this. I still haven't read it. I can't believe it. I need to read Lady Midnight, and I also need to read Lord of Shadows before the end of the year because that's when Queen of Air and Darkness comes out. Is that what it's called? I don't know. Yeah, that one. The last one in the trilogy. I still haven't read it, so I hate myself for it, don't worry. Anyway, those were all the questions for the mid-year book freakout tag. I'm not gonna be tagging anyone because like I feel like this is just a tag that you do if you want to do it. So yeah, if you want to do it, do it. If you don't, don't. But yes, that's going to be all of today's video, so I hope you liked it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you're new here, feel free to click that subscribe button down below, and you can also click the notification bell and be notified whenever I post a new video, which is typically on Mondays and Fridays, but as it is the summer right now, for me at least, I might be posting on another day too. Who knows? I will see if I'm inspired enough. But yes, I would like to know some of your answers to these questions down below, so feel free to answer all of them if you want. If you don't want to answer all of them, I just want to know what your favorite book of the year so far is. Please let me know down below in the comments. I would love to chat to you down below in those comments. But yes, that's going to be all, so I'll see you very soon with another video. Bye!